Welcome everybody to an experiment. So this is going to be a Let's Play of Final Fantasy XIV. And I thought about doing it over Twitch and doing a face cam kind of thing. But I don't know. Like, it didn't feel right, so I'm not doing that. I'm not letting you motherfuckers see my face. My voice is good enough. I promise you I'm good looking. Kind of. Anyway, so what this is going to be is this is going to be a tank Let's Play. It's going to be running around and doing all of the tank related quests, tanking all the duties and instances as a tank, and taking you through all the tanking jobs and progressing through the game in as optimized and ideal means as possible, because I don't know, people struggle with playing tank in this game, and new tanks get made fun of a lot, and there's a lot of toxicity in the game towards tanks. I mean, the game's got a relatively good community, or at least as I understand it, it does. I haven't played really too many other MMOs, but according to people here, it's, you know, there's pretty good community. So I literally just fired up the game and made this character. Her last name is the same as my main character's first name, and then her first name is Sif. Sif is the wife of Thor in Norse mythology, if you don't know that. Anyway, we're going to talk to this guy. And he's basically your, like, congratulations, here's your reward for firing up the game. This is not going to be a story-focused playthrough. In fact, I am going to skip whatever cutscenes I can. This is going to be I guess it's kind of a guide, but I'm going to try and make it fun. I'm not going to be, I'm going to try and only, bring things up as necessary. Use the duty list to help complete your task. Okay, so when you first fire up the game, your HUD is all sorts of fucked up. And I've already tweaked it a little bit, but, one of the main things about playing a tank is that you need to be aware of your surroundings and what everybody's doing, and you need all the vital information arranged in such a way so that your eyes need to look the least amount of distance across your screen. And the HUD when you fire up the game is hot garbage. So, I've rearranged mine. Partially. I haven't completely rearranged it yet, but I have a good bit. So basically what we want to do is we want to free up like half the screen. And you do that to start with by, first of all, making things smaller if your eyesight can handle that. My eyesight's not too good, but it still doesn't require everything to be blown up to quite the level that a lot of people have it blown up. So I shrink things down a considerable amount, and I move everything towards the bottom half of the screen. And the reason for that is because that's more or less where your character is. I mean, your character is at the top of the bottom half of the screen, pretty much. So, let's see here. Where's the duty list? I want to make the duty list a little bit neater. Okay, so the duty list is pretty much the only thing that I keep in the top corner. And you can optimize your HUD any way you want. I just choose to have everything close by. I mean, 90% of the information you need to pay attention to in the game, at least as far as combat and, playing with other people, is centered around your character and your character's feet. And the less distance you have to look away from your character's feet, the better. Anyway, so we're going to go over here and we're going to go ahead and do the first quest. Now, I've started the game as Gladiator. And Gladiator is, a lot of people say, is the beginner's tank, but Gladiator is actually not very easy to play effectively in the early levels because it's a very underpowered job, and it's difficult to keep aggro on unless you know what you're doing. Particularly against DPS jobs that are at a higher level than you. Alright, so yeah, it's telling you all these things. These are the main scenario quests. These is what you need to advance the story, to actually progress through the game. Is you need to keep doing these main scenario quests. So mostly what I'm going to focus on is dungeons, raids, trials, things like that. Optimizing your HUD, of course. And, okay, yeah. Cool. And job quests. So now we're officially in the game. That's a person. I can see other players' characters now. So I literally have just spawned in the beginning of the game. So there's going to be a lot of things I'm going to skip around. I am going to level other jobs to get cross-class abilities, but I'm not going to show that on screen. All the gameplay is going to be primarily tank. Now you see how when you toggle your hotbars, and I apologize because this is going to be a controller-focused playthrough. So if you play on keyboard, I can't help you. But you probably know more than I do, just because I hate playing games on keyboard. It just doesn't feel right to me. Anyway, you see how when you do this, it shows you the pop-up text, and it tells you what all these things are. Get rid of this as quickly as possible, because it really clutters up your screen. It covers things up, and it doesn't need to be there. So learn what everything is by its icon. Like, you should be able to look at a certain point at that icon and be like, that's Fastblade, without needing this pop-up text. I'm going to go ahead and turn it off because it drives me crazy. Let's see here. Display pop-up help. We're going to turn that off. And let's see, what else are we gonna adjust here? There's a few things. We're gonna adjust. I'm gonna leave the pop-up text for now and the flying text. All these things are good. Now what this does is when you get status effects, when you get negative status effects, what this does right here is it sets it so that those negative status effects are separated and justified left away from your buffs and good status effects. So it's eye-popping, it's eye-catching when you get something bad, you know? So hide the duty list during instance duty, that's good. We don't really need to see all that. We want to see the enmity list. We want to see the target's remaining HP percentage. That's useful information. And display name settings. Since this is a Let's Play, I'm going to turn everybody's display name settings off. Let's see here. Others. Okay, party members. Party members I'll display, but I'm only going to display their initials. Surname abbreviated. One thing that personally drives me crazy is seeing someone play the game with everybody's display names turned on. It's just like, how do you see everything? How do you see anything? Because there's some areas where you go in the game that are so congested with people that you literally just look around and all you see is names. And if I want to know any of these people's names, I can just target them. It's cool. Anyway, I'm going to go ahead and start accepting some quests and such. Anything that looks like just a regular, not spiky, fiery icon with an exclamation mark is just a side quest. You don't need to do it, but they're good experience. Most of them are fetch quests, and it's just like, whatever. This introductory episode is going to cover just a lot of different random things, but the episode after this is going to be, good. I'm going to skip around a lot. So you want to come here and attune to the aetheryte. These aetheryte crystals are like teleporters. They help you get around faster. So you want to definitely attune to those whenever you get the chance. And now we learned return. So what return does is you can set a home point, and you can go back there at any time for free, including after you die. Now, if you want to teleport anywhere else, it costs a gil, or you can get tickets to make it not cost skill, but we'll cover that later. Yeah. Give me your stinking side quest. Oh, I can actually go turn that in right now. One thing I am gonna try and do before anything else, though, is I want to get to the guild for Gladiator. And what this basically, there's 3 tanks in the game right now. There's Gladiator, which becomes Paladin. There's Marauder, which becomes Warrior. When I say becomes Paladin, becomes Warrior, like once you get past level 30, you're supposed to basically evolve your class into a job. And jobs are more specialized. They're less diverse, but they're just all around more powerful. They're more powerful. There's some kooky things you can do end game with classes to make them, passable. But in general, they're weaker. And the third one is Dark Knight, and Dark Knight is my main character's main job, and it is also the hardest tank to play effectively. So right now we're going to start with the quote-unquote easiest, and I'm going to go through the first several dungeons on Gladiator, and yeah, okay. He wants me to pick up all this stupid shit. I dropped my money. Can you pick it up for me? Don't steal it. Give it back to me when you're done. Okay? Yeah, whatever. And I fully subscribe to the idea that when you play a female character, people are nicer to you. Like, I don't know what it is, and I'm not going to make any commentary on that, but I feel more comfortable. It's like I'm driving a car with nicer airbags when I play as a female character. Like, it just, Even though the vast majority of, I'm not going to say the vast majority, but there's plenty of guys that play as female characters, so no one's necessarily going to assume that you're a girl in real life. But, they might, and for better or for worse, whatever kind of sexist politics are behind it, people are less likely to yell at someone that they think might be a girl. Not that I expect there to be many people that are going to yell at me, because I plan on doing this shit right. People are going to see that little sprout leaflet next to my name, which, by the way, means that you're a new player. And they're going to be impressed. They're going to be like, wow, this must be somebody's alt, and they would be correct. Yes, I would like to join the Gladiators Guild. Alright, so this stuff I am going to cover. I am going to cover all of the relevant job quests. What I'm not going to cover is main scenario quests, unless they involve dungeons. Side quests, unless they involve dungeons or raids or whatever. And, yes. Yeah, yeah, I have the strength to live by the fucking sword. Welcome, Gladiator, to your new home. Yes. Okay. What are you, techno-Viking? Pointing like that? Jesus. Okay. Let's see, what are we doing here? But this opening episode, everything is going to be kind of fair game. Alright. Have I not leveled up yet? That's pathetic. Let's go get some experience. Jesus. Okay, so they want you to go and kill things for experience to prove that you're capable of, I don't know, holding a sword and swinging it and that kind of thing. Yes, Ethernet shards, I understand. So we're going to do that, and I am going to cover that in this episode. So I gotta make that a priority right now. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna do Way of the Gladiator and that opening Gladiator job quest. And these first job quests are basically just to get you out there killing stuff so that you learn how to properly use your job to kill stuff. And let you in on a little secret about this game. Everybody's a DPS. Even if you're a tank or a healer in this game, all that means is that you have additional responsibilities on top of DPSing, but the way that you DPS is much easier. So while DPS jobs don't have nearly as much responsibility, it's much harder for them to DPS. It's much more challenging, it's much more involved, etc. Uh-huh. Okay, yeah, little side quest, whatever. I'm gonna go ahead and turn this one in since I can. Yes. Okay. And, yeah, so let's go ahead and go outside into the world and start hitting some stuff before the episode is over. Look at this guy. Ooh, he's super elite, level 60. Level 60, hyperconductive Virgilmer. I should really know how to pronounce that. That's a Norse name. Achievement unlocked, Western Thanalan. Yes, I do know how to do battle. Alright, so we're gonna go kill some things. We're gonna kill these little whatever. Yeah. Miss. Oh, that's stupid. Did I not? Hold on. Just a second. Yes, okay. Be quiet. Leave me alone. What did... Hold on. I thought I turned off that pop-up help text. Oh, it's on the cross. It's on the hop. Okay. Display recast times. Yeah, we want all that stuff. Hide on the side and slots. That's good. Display hotbar help. Yeah, okay. We don't need that. At any given time, you can press the touchpad button and hold R2 or L2 to select one of your abilities, and then just move it. I'm gonna put Fast Blade there because that's where I like to start my combos on the X button, and this will eventually be a combo. I am playing very inefficiently right now because I should have a shield, among some other things. But right now I'm just trying to get the quest done inside of the episode. Most starting job quests are like this. They kind of give you a task to go out and kill a bunch of small animals. So I just unlocked my first new ability, which is Rampart, which is one of Gladiator / Paladin's defensive cooldowns. And you see I have this hotbar up here. Now these are normally for keyboard players, I think, but this is for display purposes, so that everything that has a recast time, god damn it, is there and displayed for me where I can see it. Regardless of if I'm on one of these other hotbars, I can still see that Rampart has 75 seconds before it comes off recast. So that's good to have, you know. Go ahead and put it back there. Die, you stupid... Jesus, what is that? It's like a mix between a ferret and a raccoon and a bunny. Die, little ladybug! Look at its wings all open and stuff. It's not happy with me. That's like its offensive pose. These are some pretty evil looking ladybugs though. It is doing eye damage to me. Ones look like eyes. Anyway, so this is Western Thanalan, and this is one of the many surrounding non-city, out in the open, wild, there's monsters everywhere areas around the 3 main starting city-states. Thanalan is one of them. So we started in the city of Ul'dah, and in Ul'dah you can get Gladiator, Pugilist, or Thaumaturge. The latter two are DPS jobs. And I'll actually be leveling Pugilist a little bit in order to... Huge Hornets, strapping shrews. Where are the huge Hornets? Well, I'm not sure that I want to fight the huge Hornets, to be honest. That sounds like some scary shit. Okay, well, everything down here is a little bit higher level. So I'm not going to dick around too much with trying to kill all that stuff. I will, however, kill a few more of these things. And the reason being is that I want to unlock... I want to hopefully level up again so that I can maybe get a thing. Yeah, Savage Blade is level 4. Okay, yeah, that's actually a little ways off. So I'm not gonna do that right this second. Come on. All right. Cool. And as soon as you start collecting quests and turning in quests, you're gonna get new gear. And so right now we've got you know, some basic gear. This is all race specific gear right here. And these are basic opening level accessories that give you some extra, you know, some extra oomph. But really what I need more than anything is a shield at this point. Now I have some minor advantages right now because I have veterans rewards and things of that nature. So actually I should probably go check the Moogle and clean out my mail and see if there's anything I can equip that might actually help me. Yes, believe it or not, I do know how to use items. Your inventory is right here. And actually I'm going to change up my inventory. It's good thing he brought that up actually because yeah, inventory. Inventory interface expanded. Expanded. Yeah, good. So what that does is it makes your inventory look like this. Instead of being multiple pages that you tab between, it just displays everything from the get-go. And that's good. We like that. Alright, so this is the outside of the city, like the outer sort of tier of the city of Ul'dah. And Western Thanalan, where we just were, is over here. Right? And Central Thanalan, which is the other opening area that you can access, is up here, where we're off to right now. Where is the delivery Moogle? Where is he? Oh, he's over there. He is going to have all sorts of stuff for me. By the way, I am on Ultros, because it was the only server on the other data center that I was able to make a character on. But I don't really care. I don't really care what server I'm on. What? Yes, I understand how... I understand how all of this works. a lot of these things are mounts and minions, and nothing that's actually going to give me a real advantage. But there is this, which increases my experience gain, which is going to be nice. And I can wear this and look like Cloud. Why not, right? Yeah. Why does it tell me the Oregon? Oh yeah, I guess the Oregon has better defensive stats. That's weird. I never knew that. Anyway, go into our inventory and go ahead and use some of these things. Got a whole bunch of Aetherite tickets. That's going to be nice. So Aetherite tickets are what make teleporting free. Although we haven't needed to teleport anywhere, so it's not really relevant right this second. Wait a minute. Central panel ends this way. I'm a dummy. Alright. I'm gonna have to cut the episode soon. But basically your opening Gladiator quest, your first quest as a tank is just to go to Central and Western Thailand and kill some stuff. And you know, I may not be able to turn in the quests before. Okay, so here are the huge hornets, and you see they have that quest icon over them. That's like, hey, you're supposed to kill this for your quest. Don't forget. Don't forget to kill it for your quest. You know? So that's what it's saying. Now, Gladiators and Paladins are the weakest offensive tank, and because aggro's in this game is primarily attained by doing damage, you know, it's also their aggro really isn't that, their aggro generation really isn't that strong, and so that's what in my opinion makes them actually a little bit harder. But the thing is, they're very simple to play. They don't have any kind of complex mechanics that go with them. They're pretty straightforward job. It's just that you have to be aware of their weaknesses in order to compensate for them, and the game doesn't really make it very clear what those are. That being said, they do have some cross-class abilities that are vital for you to have before you play any other tank. And so really that's the primary reason why I'm starting as a Gladiator. So I can go ahead and get those and, you know, take care of that. Snapping Shrew. Oh, like shrew pelts. Yeah, nice. I'm killing multiple side quests with one, I don't know. I don't even really know what I was trying to say there. These opening levels, you're pretty much just a DPS. Just a really weak DPS. You're not actually tanking any of this shit for anybody. And the game's not really going to do a super good job of explaining. But that's what I'm here for. And there's a thing called Hall of the Novice that we'll cover earlier. Or not earlier, later. But really, right now in this episode, I just wanted to kind of get things settled up here. So a few other things about the HUD. Right now my target bar is up here for some reason. I actually want my target bar to be down here so that I can see what I am doing to the thing that I am hitting while I am hitting it. Make sense? Yeah. And all that good stuff. So, there. It's all right there next to my character. It's all good stuff. I think actually, sound settings. I think actually I may want to adjust my camera a little bit. Yeah, and I want the camera turn speed all the way up because there's just zero reason for it not to be all the way up. You know, there just isn't. No, wait a minute. That's not what I wanted. Okay, so yeah, we actually want this turned up a fair bit. Yeah, we kind of want that a little bit more right there. So anyway, that's all for this episode. When I come back, I don't really know where we're going to be when I come back. We're ready to turn in that Gladiator quest, so we're going to do that. And when we do that, we're going to get some food, I guess. Yeah, whatever. And yeah, I'll cover everything I did off screen when I come back, because a lot of it doesn't require you to sit there and watch me do it. But yeah, there'll probably be a lot of things that happen between now and the next episode is what I'm saying. But anyway, take care guys, and we'll continue our tanky adventure in the next episode. Later.